Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Football lah. We are back again. My name's Amsha.
And my name's Dil. It's great to be back. Two episodes now. Let's
Yeah,
keep this going.
let's go. Come on,
Let's see. Yeah.
let's get let's get it rolling, man.
Yeah. And we have a ton of things to talk about today. We have just come through an exciting week of football.
Yeah,
Going into another exciting week of football. So we are recording this on a Friday. Just before the start of the next game week. So by the time you guys see this, it might be a bit later. But yeah, we are gonna cover game week 1 today.
yep.
Yeah.
Game week 1.
So did you manage to catch any games in the stadium?
No, not again.
Yeah,
Once again, not again.
Yeah.
I did manage to catch the Hougang game. I think the second half. I had class Sunday. Sunday is horrible for me. There's no way I can make it to the stadium. But caught the second half. I heard the first half was like 0-0 and was a boring first half. So I didn't really no comments on the Hougang versus Tanjong Pagar first half. Second half, I really thought we were gonna win. I really thought we were gonna win, you know. And then 1-1 happened, and 2-1, and then 2-2.
That's what a crazy game, right? What a crazy game.
I mean, it was a crazy game. Lots of back and forth in the second half.
And what's your personal thought on? I know some of the Hougang fans weren't very particularly pleased about how Khairul Nizam reacted to scoring a goal against his former club. How do you feel about it? And like, I don't know. For me, like, this is my part coming in as a neutral. It's not too bad. It's not as if he's a guy who was in that club for 10 years, right?
Yeah,
he was there for one season.
For me, it's more like I didn't think he actually gelled well with the team last year. He didn't really play much as well. Not as much impact as we hoped it would be. So I mean, it still feels a little bit disrespectful because he used to play for us and he celebrated against his old teammates. But at the same time, he left the club and went on to Tanjong Pagar, and now he scored, which is something he couldn't do in the previous year. So it's like he's proving himself wrong. That he couldn't do. Like, maybe some self doubt, he thought he couldn't do it, but he actually did it. So in the moment, you get excited, and so I get it. Yeah, I get it.
That's the way I felt. Like, it was like his relief coming out, and I honestly thought I thought he got his club wrong because he was doing an eagle celebration. I was like, this one not
but it was cool. I mean, it was cool also to see Khairul and Khairul Nizam play together.
Yeah. Is this the first time ever? I think?
Lions 12, they did play together, right?
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I think they did play together once.
I
mean, it was cool.
The Legends 11, aka Tanjong Pagar.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he should have turned down the notch of the celebration a bit,
Yeah,
but it's cool. Most players only spend a year or two at a club and then move on. So I think most players have played in many clubs. Yeah.
I think, and talking about excitement and all that, I saw, I wasn't there personally, but I saw the pictures and the videos of the HOOLs having
they were having a picnic.
Blast of a time.
They're having a picnic, bro,
outside the stadium.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that? Do you know? Like, that's amazing, guys.
I have no idea who's behind. I have no idea who's behind the idea of like setting up camp outside the stadium, but pretty cool, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, if anyone says, oh, no one watches like S.league or what, no one watches FPL, guys, people are coming and camping around the stadium and watching from outside the stadium. That's how much the league has grown over the years, and that's where the interest levels are now. So if you guys are going down to a stadium, I think this is the perfect time because you're gonna have a blast. And if you're not gonna have a blast, at least you're gonna have a picnic at the side of the stadium.
Yep. Wish I could join the picnic though, but Sundays are just horrible.
Yeah, I think Jurong East Stadium is the best place.
It's the best place to watch outside. Outside. Plus, it's like you're standing at the goal line. So if the opposition keeper comes to you, right, you're just gonna taunt the keeper all the way. I think Zafan was having a hell of a time when he was there.
And it's like the football fans' dream, right? to be
Yeah.
right behind. And not many stadiums in Singapore allow you to be behind the
Yep.
goal and get on top.
It reminds me of, Lions 12 when they played in Jalan Besar and they had that King
The
George.
King George,
Yeah.
yeah.
I used to, I used to watch 1 or 2 Lions 12 games and sit there. It was fun.
Yeah. It was fun,
Especially when the ball was going straight to your face, they shoot and then they miss it. Some poor makcik just get hit in the head or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it seemed like the boys had a lot of fun, but
Yeah.
can I give a special shout out to one Tanjong Pagar player?
Yeah.
I hope I pronounced his name right. I think his name is Sugic.
Yeah.
Mirko Sugic.
Yep.
Oh my god, what a pass to split the entire defense in two! And I
wish he didn't
make
make it. I wish he didn't make that pass, but it was a sick pass.
I was reading comments about how the entire crowd was getting on his case saying pass. And then he just remained calm and executed one world-class pass. What that was. And later on we're going to get into the FPL points. I think this guy is someone you all really should keep an eye out for. He is from the little I've seen about him, he's magic. So those who are going down to watch a Tanjong Pagar game, keep an eye out. He's impossible to miss. He's about 3 times as tall as everyone else on the pitch as well.
Yeah, man. Huge guy.
And he's super talented for a huge guy.
Unlike that, remember that Albirex player who's the super tall Albirex player? It looks so weird. It's so tall.
We used to call him praying mantis, right?
Yeah, he looked like a praying mantis. But he was so tall. It's like, okay, probably the tallest player in the SPL ever. Yeah. But I don't know. It looks so tall that it was so awkward to see.
And he was getting beaten for headers by much younger, much shorter players. Yeah. But wait, regardless of that, let's go on to like the other games in that week. We had a pretty amazing week of football. Yep. Let's start off with a big headline from this weekend.
The unexpected scoreline. There were two.
There were two. What do you want to do? The big scoreline or the unexpected scoreline?
Let's do the big scoreline first.
Big scoreline. Oh my goodness.
I remember watching the first half and I was like, Balestier's got this. They can do this. And I don't discount Balestier. I was so confident that they were going to at least maintain it and maybe equalize in the second half. But
I think
what happened there, man?
I think we're in a chat group that basically said, Albirex won, but I think Balestier will pull this back. They're playing well.
I was like, okay, it's Akbar Nawaz behind the wheel, so no problem. I mean, they can pull off something, right?
But they did say though, before the last game, they did say we are going to play a certain kind of football. This sometimes means they'll get whacked. 6-0, 7-0. So, well, it came true. Albirex Niigata 6, Balestier Khalsa 0.
Yep.
TMXG had a field day about it because they finally had something to complain again. But regardless of that, one thing that amazing match which kind of Albirex really proved their point that sure they might have lost to Tanjong Pagar and this is their first win of the season, but they are definitely not going to be pushovers. They got experience. They got Yoshinaga as their coach again. They have keep forgetting his name. Is it Tadanari Lee?
Tadanari
Lee, who's a Japan international, man. That's quality, bro. And the one thing though that I really liked in that game is the crowd again, because for the first time in years we heard
Balestier fans.
Balestier fans.
They have fans, guys. Balestier has fans.
And they're loud. They're loud enough to make it to the broadcast.
I love this, man. I think every team has fans now.
Yeah, except for maybe Young Lions.
No, Young Lions, they have their TikTok crowd, so don't worry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Young Lions barely has a team, so.
Yeah. I mean, COVID. Poor things.
COVID, and you could hear "Let's Go Tigers" loud and clear ringing around.
I wonder if Uncle Saleh was one of them. Like,
I hope
so. Tiger.
Uncle Saleh is one of my favorite people to ever see.
Yeah, legend. SPL legend. No, Singapore football legend. S.league, SPL.
S.league, SPL. Him and LED Uncle. I don't know what his name is. But
the LED Uncle. I wonder how is he. I hope he's well.
Yeah, I miss going to stadiums, man.
Yeah,
We should
man, me too.
go down again soon.
Next week I might be going.
Yeah,
I hope so.
I'm
Uh,
trying to head down tomorrow.
I'm trying
See
to
if I
head
can
down
go to
to
the.
which game you going for?
I think that's Balestier Tanjong Pagar.
Nice.
It's the derby of the jersey because Balestier stole the Tanjong Pagar jersey.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
I
I'm
think
gonna try
Tanjong
and
Pagar
catch
is gonna
that.
do well. I'm surprised that Tanjong Pagar is still top of the table after the second week.
Yeah, I
So
mean it's long. My guess is at some point during halfway through the season they're gonna run out of energy because they are
yeah,
a bit more of a senior bunch.
yes.
But I think they're gonna achieve
Then
some pretty impressive
yeah,
score lines and results before they do that.
they're not gonna be bottom place, that's for sure.
Absolutely not.
I
I
think
don't
top
think
half of
so.
the table is possible for them if they play
Correct.
their cards well.
Correct. And
Yeah.
I think if Balestier can get their game right again, and which you expect with someone like Akbar Nawaz at the
Yeah.
helm, the match tomorrow is going to be amazing to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I digress. So, any thoughts on the Albirex Balestier game other than what we talked about already?
No, man. To be honest, I watched the first half. Second half, I was at work, so don't tell my boss. I was watching it at work. But I watched like a few minutes of the second half. Turned on the screen. Okay, still 1-0. Turn on the screen. 2-0. Next thing I know, it's 5-0. I'm like, what the hell just happened here? 5-0. And next thing, I think when the match ended and I checked the score, it was 6-0. So surprising. Yeah, so whoever had like Albirex players in your FPL, congrats, man. But we'll talk about that later. FPL stuff towards the end.
Yeah, for sure. And but let's go on to the next one.
Yeah.
The upset of the season so far, even though it's only 2 weeks.
I think that will be the upset of the season. I think this is the upset of the season. I didn't give Geylang a single chance.
Not
If you
a
recall
single chance, bro.
You recall from our previous podcast,
Yeah.
I mentioned that I thought that they would get like whacked 4-0 at least.
Yeah,
But
we thought
apparently,
we were being nice to them by
Yeah.
saying it's going to be wrecked 4-0.
yeah. But you know, something else happened. They managed to pull off a victory, 1-0, which is impressive, I guess. So I was shocked. I did not give them a chance, man.
And what a goal! What a goal
Yeah,
to get that 1-0.
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, people will complain about handball, foul, blah blah blah.
Whatever. The score at the end of the day is 1-0.
Correct. And you don't hear the whistle, you keep playing, right? That's the
Exactly.
rule of football. And
Yep.
they played for that. Lion City Sailors made some rookie mistakes. And how good was Kiki Krajcek?
Krajcek was
Oh my
amazing,
goodness.
man. I wish he signed for Hougang, but
yeah. I know y'all signed the
I really
wrong
wanted
player.
no. I mean, I wanted both of them to come. I was like, okay, we need
Right.
to get Kiki and Zuzul. We need
That's
both
right.
of them.
I'm talking about Zuzul, aren't I?
Yeah, Zuzul. Yeah,
I'm talking about Zuzul. My bad.
Zuzul.
Not Kiki Krajcek. Simi Zuzul. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted both of them, but you know,
Yep.
he ended up at Geylang, and look at his quality, man.
He's the way he uses his brains
Yeah.
to be a pest up front is exactly what you need
Bloody
from
annoying.
a striker, right?
I cannot imagine myself playing with somebody like him. I'll
Yeah.
be bloody annoyed, probably
Yeah.
get red carded or something.
I mean, that's exactly what he did, right? He got
Exactly.
annoying enough that Pedro
got
had
red
to lash out.
Yeah.
Man, that was an exciting match
Yeah.
as well because it was early goal to Geylang, and then it was a matter of, well, how good is your defense now?
Yeah.
Because you have now whacked the league's most powerful attacking team early in a game.
Uh-huh.
You're not stealing a point at the death of the game. Now you're
Yeah.
basically you're
You're
taking
gonna
a
have to
lead in the first
endure
5
for the
minutes.
rest of
You
the
have
game,
85 minutes of enduring.
So kudos to
and-
them, man. Kudos to them for being able to do that.
Yeah, and talking about like the talking about having the resolve to hang on to 1-0 for so long. I heard the crowd played such a big part that
Yeah.
the UE and the rest of the Geylang crowd was so loud and so passionate that I've heard like a couple of players who have said that they just did not want to give up because
Yeah.
those guys in the stands weren't stopping even for a minute. So they weren't gonna stop even for a minute. And
See, that's the power of fans, you know. We have, when people like I think people in Singapore, they think that no fans watching football. When you come also no use because there's no presence and all. But you look at what the players have said, and I think if you speak to any player of Hougang or Geylang, they will definitely say that the players, the fans who chant for them non-stop, who go behind them and cheer for them and all, bring a certain level of boost and increase in morale for them to fight for the team. Like
Yeah.
Hougang, we like to call it semangat, you know?
Yeah.
The Hougang semangat. I don't know what Geylang calls it. But,
yeah. And you see it when at the end of the game, all the players are running towards you
oh, dude,
to celebrate.
they celebrated like as if
grabbing
they won the cup, though.
cup.
was,
Yeah, bro. I thought they won the league there.
I thought they won the league, but yeah.
They were like grabbing on. They were borrowing the flags from the crowd, and you can see that this is what you don't get when you support EPL, right? Ronaldo's not gonna come and grab your flag from you and celebrate all the way from Manchester, right? Because these are guys in your neighborhood right in front of you. They appreciate you as much as you appreciate them. And 100. If you're not in a stadium enjoying that, you are missing out, unfortunately.
Yep.
And
but yeah, shocking.
And talking about fans, happy birthday to UE.
It's the 10th year, right?
10th year.
Congratulations. 10 years, congratulations.
Man. 8 more years and we can go grab a beer soon.
Now got no more streaming already. Thought maybe primary 4 can go streaming. 10 years, right? EM1, EM2 or EM3? Which one do you take?
They were I mean a big shout out to those guys who, literally started with 2 guys chanting at Bedok Stadium.
Yeah.
And now it's grown into something big, and with like families coming down and joining them, and they have their little brigade as well by themselves who are
the small kids, right?
To look at. and they've evolved in their chants. They have signature chants, and a big shout out to every single person, whether you are present UE or former UE or going to be UE soon. Thank you for what you guys have done for Singapore football so far. Thank you for the noise you bring to the stadium, and thank you for making our lives a bit more interesting.
Yep, thank you for the past 10 years of giving Hougang HOOLs something to something to fight for. Not fight for, but you know what I mean. We
battle against, right?
Yeah, some challenge lah. Though I feel it's no challenge, because Hougang HOOLs number 1.
Oh yeah, I think quite a few. I think this upcoming game week will put that to the test.
Yeah.
Whether to see which fan group is the loudest, the most passionate. And
sparks will fly, definitely.
Sparks will fly, and let's hope that the sparks will be contained within the 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, we can go back to being friends.
Yeah.
Of the pitch. So any other thoughts, or shall we go on to talking about what's coming up next week?
Let's move on to next week. What do we have next week?
Rob. I forgot to pull out the list of matches.
We're rusty, guys, so bear with it.
Yeah. Cool. It's just the second time. You come back and it's 12th episode again, and we might have all this loaded properly.
Yeah.
Okay, I think first up is today, Friday, 4th March, 7:45 p.m. Geylang International versus Lion City Sailors. As I said, big matchup. Not as much as it's a big matchup on pitch, is a massive matchup in the stands. It's UE versus HOOLs.
Yeah.
And I'm sure any insight as to how the HOOLs are feeling about this? How anything special coming up?
There will be a surprise on the stands lah. Gate 3. So if you're there at the stadium, I think just keep an eye out. I'm pretty sure somebody will post videos or something, but something's happening lah, definitely.
It's
been a while, because this was supposed to be planned for, I think, 2020 or 2019 season. It's a long time ago. It was supposed to be done long ago, but
COVID weren't allowed.
COVID happened, and we had that whole period of the HOOLs being outside of the stadium because we couldn't go in and do the things that we wanted to do. But
is it in the stadium now?
Today? Today they'll be in the stadium.
Beautiful.
So it'll be fun.
Happening at OTH.
No, it's happening at Hougang Stadium tonight.
Oh, I don't know why
Right?
it says OTH. Give me a second. Maybe it's not updated. Yeah, sorry, it's happening at Hougang Stadium tonight. My bad. And yeah, so it's at the home of Hougang. Famously, a intimidating place to go and play in. Thanks to
Hostile
the
ground.
Hools.
Yeah.
It's a hostile ground, and you know,
I miss
are
that
they still
place.
at grade 3?
Yeah, Gate 3.
Yep, it's gonna be grade 3, back to the good old days. Can UE bring bring can UE step up and bring the game to Hools today? That remains to be seen. And I don't know if we'll be managed to put this out in time, but either way, you guys should definitely go down and see it. This is going to be a super exciting matchup in the stands.
Yeah, definitely. Not just on the pitch, but in the stands as well. There's a rivalry between the two groups. You can tell both have been around for at least 10 years. UE 10 years, Hougang Hools 11 years, and I think we both want to show that we are the best supporters in Singapore. Though I believe that Hougang is number one, no matter what. You can say whatever you want, but Hougang is the number one to me. But friendly rivalry, I guess. So yeah, just hope it's clean.
I think it helps.
Clean.
You need someone to banter with. You need someone to drive you a bit to the next level as well.
Yep.
So super exciting matchup.
It reminds me of back in 2017 when we had the cops show up at the Hougang versus Geylang game at Jalan Besar.
Yeah.
They even brought the K9 dogs as well. I was like, what is going on, man?
And I remember there's one, I think it was the same season. There was another game at Hougang Stadium itself where UE and Hools joined together in protest of like the FAS
certain FAS stuff.
Yeah,
I kind of forgot what was it about.
I also forgot what it was about.
But I remember we joined together and we had the FAS one side before.
I remember being on the opposite side taking a video of it.
Yeah.
He was like surround sound, man, like two sides of the stadium singing together.
The same chant.
Same chant.
Yeah.
And it was nuts. But yeah, it's a storied past for both of them, both of these fan groups. Plenty of history, plenty of rivalry, and plenty of fireworks on the pitch as well today, I hope.
Definitely, I think.
Yeah, and going into tomorrow, we have 2 games. So this is going to be the first match week where we have all teams playing a game.
Yeah, finally.
Week. Yeah. Well, welcome back to Young Lions who have just come back. Hopefully everyone's recovered from their COVID and ready to go. But for today, it's going to be Young Lions versus Albirex Niigata. On Saturday, the 12th of March, it's going to be Young Lions versus Albirex Niigata at Jalan Besar, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that's right.
Yep.
And then Balestier Khalsa versus Tanjong Pagar at Toa Payoh Stadium. And I think these are both going to be. I think Young Lions really have to brace themselves because Albirex is coming off just after having whacked Balestier Khalsa 6-0. I think if Young Lions is not careful, they are going to end up on the receiving end of a similar trashing. Yeah, and so if anyone wants to look at a rather one-sided match,
I don't know whether it'll be one-sided or not because you can't discount the Young Lions from putting in good effort against Albirex, but if Albirex were to bring their form from their last game, then Young Lions is going to have a really tough time against Albirex. Yeah.
And I think, but I think you're right. Young Lions do have that camaraderie within them, right? That they do fight for each other than any other Young Lions team, or at least last season's Young Lions did fight for each other way more than any other Young Lions team I've ever seen in a long time. And going into this year, they will have a couple of good talents like Jared Gallagher and Zico Straw, formerly a fan favorite of Geylang, playing for Young Lions. So maybe an upset, but I wouldn't keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Balestier versus Tanjong Pagar. Any thoughts on that?
Balestier Tanjong Pagar. I think that it's gonna be a good match to watch. They're not the top teams. and but they're not the bottom teams as well. I don't think Balestier this year is going to be like a bottom team. They have shown that they can put in a fight. So
Potential AFC
potential
Cup slot decider?
nah,
Oh,
nah,
that's
no.
too much of a
Maybe
stretch.
mid-table.
Mid-table,
Yeah,
potential mid-table
potential
rivalry
mid-table
here.
rivalry.
Yeah.
Tanjong Pagar might be able to fight for AFC spot. It'll be a surprise, but I can see it happening. Just like how Hougang actually managed to get AFC and all.
Yeah. And it's also a difference of um I would say culture and philosophy as well,
Yeah.
right? You know, Tanjong Pagar going for big names, with famous reputations and sticking to and if you listen to some of the podcasts by the final whistle, big shout out to those guys. If you listen to their interviews with the Tanjong Pagar players, they talk about how it's more about the trainings feel more like as if everyone over there knows what to do. It's more like practicing their
Refining the
formations.
skills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no grilling of a philosophy into people. It's more about bringing the best out of each player, because there are people with who know what to do. Well, if you go to Balestier, what you get is a very experienced coach who has a philosophy, who has a way of attacking, who loves to win by attacking, and he's trying to implement that in a team of relatively young people. And so I think tomorrow is going to be a clash of philosophies and ideologies, and a good chance for two of the lesser known fan groups to go against each other. Balestier Khalsa's brand new fan group that have popped up versus Tanjong Pagar's
the Jaguar Force.
The Jaguar Force, yeah, of
the
course.
Jag Force, yeah.
Yeah, and under Kimi, who was actually, I found out, led our FPL mini league last week around.
Oh, so he's Zephyr FC.
He's Zephyr, yeah.
All right, okay. Congrats on being at the top. You shall be dethroned soon. Oh, he has been dethroned.
Yeah. He has been dethroned.
But we'll get back. We'll get
there. We'll get there. But yeah, super fun. Super fun game potentially on the cards. I'm gonna try and go down because I do want to see what's up with all the new developments at Balestier Khalsa.
Yeah.
And then we end the week with a big game, or something that used to be a big game. Lion City Sailors versus Tampines Rovers. Tampines Rovers looking a bit off color coming into the season, having had a horrendous end to last season. Still seems a bit off pace, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I don't know. Like they say, I think they have to trust the process with Gavin.
Yeah,
I think Gavin is doing well. You know, I think Gavin does well with what he's given and what he has. So yeah, kudos to him. And he's also the coach that I always see at Tampines now. Because every time I go to Tampines Sub, I will see him and Mustafiq like walking by. I was like, Gavin.
Well, that's how dedicated they are. They literally live at the ground.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, Lion City Sailors with a big or rather Lion City Sailors with a point to prove that last week was just a fluke and that they are still the favorites for the title this year. And they have a lot to prove this coming Sunday. And of course, the best part about Lion City Sailors home games this season is that you can buy your tickets so that you don't run out. You can buy them online before the game day. So general ticket admissions are now open. And I hope everyone can go to Systic and buy your tickets before you head down, because trust me, guys, I have gone to LCS games last season and found myself locked out twice.
Yep.
So go get your ticket before you head down.
True story, guys. Yeah.
And again, coming to fan rivalries, you're gonna have the crew, led by Eddie and his crew, and those guys who have been doing a fantastic job bringing the good vibes to LCS games, and of course the Yellow Knights who really seem to have gotten themselves into a groove again.
Yeah. Kudos to the Yellow Knights, man. They've really came a long way since they first appeared and popped out a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
Not too long ago, but they've grown to be. You can hear them right now. It
You
used
can
to be
hear
like
them.
maybe 3-4 people, but they have more than that now.
That's
So
the
it's
biggest
really nice.
compliment, eh? You
Yeah,
can hear them.
you can hear them. Yes, it's
Yeah.
no Tampines is no longer a library.
Yep.
So that's a
Even though
good
there's a
thing.
library.
I mean, there literally is a library there.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna watch from the library someday with my daughter or something.
Yeah. Well, it's 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 an interesting fan experience over there as well, because you are going to have people who are people like Tampines is a successful club by any means in the last few years. So you do
Yeah.
have people who are used to success and versus people who have been drawn by success as well. So it's going to be two similar fan bases, each looking forward or demanding a win from their teams.
Yeah.
So I think I hope it becomes an intense fan rivalry within these two groups as well, slowly into the future. The same way it's Hougang versus Geylang. I hope there's a potential here for the Crew versus the Yellow Knights to blossom into a classic S-League SPL rivalry here.
Definitely, yeah. Two similar sets of fans battling it out.
Right. Talking about, are we going to do predictions, or given how horrible we were last week?
We can do predictions. I'm just going to read out my predictions that I put on Voiddeck Football.
Yeah. So let's say Hougang versus Geylang, that's happening tonight.
Yeah, Hougang versus Geylang. Let me just pull it out again, because I can't remember what I said, but it's what I have in my head is probably along the lines of my predictions. Okay, so Geylang, Hougang Geylang, 3 to Hougang, 1 to Geylang, 3-1. I know it's a bit insane, but I'm a Hougang Hool. What do you expect?
Yeah, you have to. I'm going for a 1-1 draw for this, because I think
it's more likely.
It's gonna be like heavily contested.
Yeah, it's likely, but I mean, last season Hougang beat Geylang in all 3 of the games, so I wouldn't discount the fact that they might just pull off another one. But it's a totally different Geylang team now, so we'll see how it goes.
Yep. And of course, right after that is Balestier Khalsa versus Tanjong Pagar.
Balestier, Tanjong Pagar. I actually put 2-0 to Tanjong Pagar.
Yep, I think I see that happening too. I think Balestier Khalsa is still going to need some time to get their groove going.
Tanjong Pagar looks like a well-bonded unit.
They're ready.
Yeah, they're ready for it. So Tanjong Pagar 2.
All right, I agree. Young Lions versus Albirex.
5-0 to Albirex, man. After last week, 6-0.
6-0.
I'm just gonna 5-0. Take it.
Yeah. Yep. It's gonna, I don't know, again 4-0 or 5-0 for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know where Ilhan Fandi is gonna play still, because I don't know if he's
gonna. I think he is doubtful, right? I read somewhere that he's still doubtful for this week.
Yeah. So and then after that is Lion City Sailors versus Tampines Rovers.
I put it as 2-1 to Lion City Sailors.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna run away with the easy win here. 2-1 or 1-0 is what I see for this happening for this. But again, as we have proven, as we have proven last week,
consistently every week
we are horrible at this thing. So don't use our predictions to predict for the game week for this year. For this week,
you'll lose your money, man.
You will lose your money. All right, shall we get into the fun part of what we play every week?
Let's get into it.
FPL. So if you guys don't know, our friends over at Voiddeck Football, it's voiddeck-football.sg, have a fantasy Premier League that is linked to the Singapore Premier League, and everyone's free to come and create their teams. And the best part about this fantasy Premier League is that you can form your mini leagues, which is what we have done, and we have prizes for people who are going to actually do well in this league. So what we have said right now is we're going to wait till game week 4, and then the top 3 people who are on the top of our mini league are going to get prizes. So let's just start it off by talking about who is in the league standings for this week. Oh,
Yep.
and a big shout out to everyone who joined us. We last week when we were doing this, I think we had 16 people or 17 teams, and now we're up to 27 teams.
We have 27 right now. That's nice.
Yeah.
And I'm not at the bottom anymore.
I'm sure you want it.
Yeah, I'll share the screen. I'll share the screen.
Hold on. Share? Because I think, yeah.
All right. So let's do this, all right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is the table. We have ZY at the top.
ZY, impressive, bro. 83 points.
Wow. We have TMSG sucks. Wow, this guy really. I think it's Tava lah.
Yeah. Trademarking in Singapore sucks. He's at 68.
And
still a
Eddie.
Eddie at 68. He's moved into the top 3.
Nice. So these are our top 3. Oh, Zephyr has been dethroned and
Zephyr, come on,
place.
come on, Jaguar Force. You can do this. Yeah, you guys can come up. So Sinky Shooters very close, and of course, we have a ton of teams now. Voiddeck Football themselves have joined our league, and they are at 63 points. Hey, are they allowed to do that? Are they allowed to join our league?
Yeah, it's not fair, right? I mean, conflict of interest, guys.
Voiddeck, can you show us your coding to make sure you don't have plus 5 points every time?
I think they probably just end up at the first place and they can shoot their way in, right?
We love those guys.
Lion City Rovers.
Yeah, 60 points. Okay.
Last kena rembat. Okay.
It's 57, doing well, guys.
Tika Mosada, 13th place.
Everyone's not too far away from 68 points.
Yeah.
I think early days, everyone's doing pretty well.
Nah, man, I'm not, man.
And then we see at number 19.
That's me. P-Town United FC at 19th.
So you got 18 points this week.
Yeah. I mean, I got better this week. So,
so as the season progresses, you will see clear winners arising because right now the league is a bit unpredictable.
Yep.
And then Southern Tuas FC.
FC.
This is a long running joke around the media circles in Singapore, because if you run anything related to local football, you will get random messages from people saying, "Hi, I would like to trial at your club."
Oh yeah,
that's a very common thing to happen. And one of the standard replies we have always given is, "I am not hiring right now, but maybe you can try Southern Tuas FC or Tuas FC," which doesn't exist if you guys don't know.
I usually just tag another member of the and where in Hougang United we always get like comments on the page by African players who want to trial at the club, right? So I'll always reply to these players and say, "You can contact my friend here, who is another Hool. He is the agent. He's the manager of the club. Please go through him. Thank you."
Yeah. I'm sorry for breaking so many hearts in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm so sorry, guys, but it's fun to do that.
Yep.
And we have 3 guys who just joined us.
Who just joined. Welcome on board. Buangkok Rangers, Rising Stags, and YY. All right, welcome on board and hope to see you guys gain some points this week and join us at the top. So don't worry if you just joined. We will be for the prizes, we will add more prizes to people who have joined in the later weeks.
Yep.
But looks like we are well on the way to a exciting league this year. So remember, it's voiddeck-football.sg. Once you've formed your team, you can go to my mini leagues and join our mini league, which is called MatchDay SG2022. And you will have to enter a passcode that's simple O, capital A, 782. And you can join our fun. And maybe if you guys have your own friends, you can create your own little mini league and join in on the fun. We are kind of running out of time. Do you want to quickly tell everyone how our teams look like for the next thing, or
I'll just briefly run through my team right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how my team looks like right now. I have Zafan in goal because Yeah, just Zafan I think has been the one of the highest scoring keepers, right? Over the past few weeks. So
Higher than the Albirex keeper.
yeah. So Zafan is number one. I have Ensar, Farid Hamid, Fadli, and Ryan Stewart on the team. I don't know why I didn't change out my Young Lions players for Albirex, but you know, too late.
It happens.
It's too late. I have an Albirex defender there, but I should have done that. But no, it's too late for me to change it. I already saved my team. Midfield, I still have Anu, Haris, and Haris Stewart, and Naufal Azman. And up front, no changes. Still Amy, Reka, and Pedro.
Yeah, and I think we have pretty similar defenses that we both have Ensa and Farid's in there. But for me, what I did was I loaded the rest, including the keeper from Albirex, because they are a very tough team to break down. And then going into the midfield, I have Kyoga Nakamura from Tampines. I think he's going to be influential whichever season we are talking about. Shardan Sulaiman, who didn't play last week, I think, at all. And then for this week, I'll put Jared Gallagher in because I feel that he's a talent to look out for. And of course, my favorite mouthful, Hadi Putra Dila Saswadi Mata is in there. He's been steadily earning me a point or two here and there. And he's relatively economical to buy as well. Up front,
I like to buy economical players who bring in points. So that's my philosophy here. I didn't really spend much on my strikers as well.
So you're Balestier Khalsa, basically.
Yeah, I'm basically Balestier Khalsa. Can't you see that I have Balestier players here, man? Come on.
Yeah, you do. You have the Balestier player, the goalkeeper, the defender who scores. And of course, attacker, I have Sahil, while you have Amy.
Good choice too, though.
Yeah,
he's on a. I think he's on a comeback, man. I think he wants to prove something. So it seems.
And Sahil, I'm, as a Warriors fan, I always have a very sort of like a soft spot for
Warriors
him,
place,
for what he did for us in that final few matches.
Oh yeah, man.
Going into the end of the season, so I'll have him in there.
The Singapore Cup as well.
Yeah, and of course Kim Shin Wook as my lead striker, because I think that guy will get you a goal or
the
2 or 3 or 4 someday. Yes. Cool.
I wanted to get him, but no, I was thinking of like, okay, if I get him, I'll have to like really budget with everyone else. And if he doesn't play or he gets injured or whatsoever, it's gonna harm the team, right? So that's where I went economical. Because number one, he's not that young, he's quite old, so chances of injury might be higher than these young guys. So
and that's how we lost all our LCS fans.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys.
All right. I think it's going to be another interesting week of FPL. We'll tell you guys who won, and 2 more weeks to go before we give out the prizes. So do come in and sign up as soon as you can. I think with that, I'm sure, do you have anything else that you want to talk about?
Nah, man. All I have to say is it's raining now, and I'm worried that the game is the pitch is going to be super slippery and it's going to be like slow football. I think maybe ponding may happen. I don't know, but yeah. It's raining in Pasir Ris.
It's nice and clear.
I don't know if it's raining in Hougang right now, but
so let's hope for let's hope for some good weather and fun games and a lot of intense fan rivalry in the stadium to be expected this week. So I think we're gonna have a lot to talk about next week. And hopefully we will have some nice footage to bring to you guys as well of some crazy stuff that's going to happen this week. So if you are in Singapore this week and you want to go see something fun or want to do something fun, do go check out an FPL game, because it is
SPL game, you mean?
This is very exciting. What?
An SPL game, you mean? You said FPL there.
Did I say it? FPL? No, don't
go to the
FPL league, but go see an SPL game.
Yes.
it's a bit of SPL.
Yeah, FPL, SPL.
Can we change the name back to S.league just so that I don't get confused?
Yeah, so that S.league SPL. Some people think that the SPL is now called the S.league. So weird.
Yeah, people who would still
Called Geylang International,
crap on the
Geylang
league.
United.
Yeah, they would keep crapping on the league, but they don't even know what it's called.
Yeah,
So don't ignore those trolls, and yeah, let's go have fun.
Yep.
And we'll catch you guys in another week's time.
Yep. So guys, don't forget to like the video if you're watching this on YouTube. Don't forget to like the video if you're watching this on YouTube and Facebook, and follow us on Instagram. Follow us everywhere.
Except in real life. Don't follow us in real life.
Yeah. You can catch us on Spotify. We're on Spotify as well. So you can listen to us on the go. And we will see you guys in the next episode, hopefully next week.
Or at the stadium soon.
Or at the stadium soon, yeah.
Yeah.
See y'all. Cheers. Bye.